Did I tell you on my flight back from LA, I watched Wuthering Heights? Is it Wuthering or Withering?
I don't know.
I don't know either. But it was so good. Did you see
Okay,
it?
no, I haven't,
I
but
think
I've
you need to.
heard that it was wonderful. But I also heard it was like not what people expected, but I also will never read that book in my whole life, probably, so I have no
Oh,
idea what to expect.
I had no expectations, never read it. I don't love kind of like old English type books, if that's even how you would classify it. Like anything that's written in old English, like I'm not fully grasping and understanding what is happening. But with the visuals of the movie, it was so good. Margot Robbie, incredible. She just becomes the character. You don't see Margot Robbie, you see whoever she's playing. I love her. And then Jacob Elordi, like, oh my God.
He's so cute.
He's such a cutie.
Did you ever watch Euphoria?
No, I never did. Did you?
Yes, and don't watch it anymore because it's really turned into a garbage wreck here in the last season. But that's where he got his start, and he was so freaking cute.
I need to maybe just like watch season one because I feel like I want more of him now that I just watched Wuthering Heights. I'm like, I need to see more of his face. Hello, Fig.
He's made his appearance. Fig is here.
Fig has to
Um,
be on every episode, obviously. He knows
yeah,
this.
he's trying to talk. Dude, he's that was actually on my list. Is that we're getting him training.
Wait, I want to hear everything. Okay, what did they train him on? Where is he going? Give us all the
So
details.
they're coming to us. But the reason
Wow.
we're getting him trained is because I want to get him Prozac. So,
Yep.
but like he needs it, you know what I mean? Like
He does. I
he
feel like
does. It's just his natural state of being that he needs it.
he's really anxious, but you can't blame him because he's just a tiny little boy in a big city. And I would be
Yes,
scared too.
it's so true. But no, so we're getting somebody's coming and they're gonna help with his anxiety. And like I've gone to two different vets. I've been like, hello, will you please just give me Prozac?
And they
And
won't.
well, the first time was like, have you tried training him? And I was like, well, my sister's a dog trainer and she says he needs it, but she's not a vet, obviously.
Right, right, right.
And then, yeah, so I was like, fine, we'll take him to training.
Oh, well, you know what? I feel like it'll be really good for him either way. But I think in the end, he'll still probably need the Prozac. I don't know if it's training that gives him anxiety. I think he's just generally scared.
Just, it's like literally nothing will happen. And he's just like on edge, man. Like,
He's always shaking. It
I know,
makes me sad.
literally always.
Can't tell if he's cold or if he's anxious or if it's a little bit of everything because he's just so little.
No one knows.
We'll never
um,
know.
you had a dog growing up,
Yes, I did.
as did I. Did you guys ever train your dog?
I my mom was really into Caesar Milan, but we didn't go to like a professional, but my mom would watch Caesar Milan's TV show and like do all of the Caesar things. But no, she was not professionally trained and she was not great. I've got to say. Like she barked at us for food. She hated other dogs. We couldn't put her around any other dog. And we had an invisible fence, but it broke after like a year. So she just thought it always worked. But for like the total 13 years she lived, like 12 of the years, it didn't work. But she only ran away like a couple times.
Okay, that's nice. Cause yeah, like my
But
dog
no.
growing up, also like my sister, like because we were really young when we got him. But when she got a little older, she would teach him to do stuff. Like he could do like the bare necessities. He could sit, but she would like run him through little obstacle courses. She'd like set up the dining room chairs. It was really cute.
That's so cute.
But I like look at that and I'm like, you guys, like I think that was such like that era of time that you wouldn't get them
No,
trained.
I agree. And I think now, especially our age group, like dogs are literally our children, and it just wasn't the same back then. So I think now it's just more we take extra good care of our dogs. They eat organic food, they go to training. Like the stakes are just higher, I guess. I don't know.
No, like my
Standards.
parents would just get my dog like Costco food, like the
Oh, yeah.
shittiest one.
Oh, my
And I
dog
was
ate like
like,
cardboard food basically. And now my sister's dog eats like chicken and rice, only organic. He likes the au jus of like steak poured over top. He's so spoiled.
so fancy. Fig, like we just got him prescription food from the second vet that I tried to go to get the Prozac.
Oh.
And it apparently boosts serotonin. And I was like, that sounds like if you're eating like I don't even know. Like what I feel like eating chocolate to be happy. And I'm like, that's not, I
Oh,
don't know if it's gonna work. I don't know if it's gonna do what we're trying to get it to do.
yeah, maybe not. But I need some of that. I need a little serotonin boost in my food. That would be
Yeah.
nice.
I mean, he's gonna eat his, yeah, who fucking knows? It's also 4 times the cost of his old food, maybe three.
Of course. Of course it
Yeah.
is.
And it was like through Chewy, they have an online, like you can just like Zoom with a doctor.
Oh, wow.
And it was cheaper. So I was like, hell yeah. Because dog, you don't get to like, you have to pay a lot to go to the vet.
Oh, I'm
Um,
sure.
and so I was like, okay, we'll just like, since I'm here to get some pills, let's just try to make it easy. And then instead, of
Yeah,
course, she was trying to push stuff that you could buy on the Chewy website.
of course.
But you can get pills from Chewy.
I never knew. Chewy seems like a
Mhm.
really cute brand. I don't have a pet right now, but I always see ads for Chewy.
Yeah, they are really cute. Yeah, you know how they say like they take on their owners, which I don't even like to call myself his owner. I'm his mother.
Obviously.
Um, they take on our traits, and I'm like, fuck, dude, I gave you so much anxiety.
It's just funny because people get dogs to help with their anxiety, and then it ends up being that like we just project whatever is in us onto them instead.
He's literally certified. I paid my psychiatrist extra money to write a letter, so he's my emotional support animal, so that way they could never like evict him.
I didn't know that.
Hmm. Which they're not even trying to. Like it's not a problem. But I was like,
Yeah.
just in case.
Got to be safe. Well, that's really funny. But it is funny
Mhm.
because yeah, we do get pets for emotional support, but then I do feel like a lot of dogs end up taking on our issues because don't you feel like people's pets kind of reflect their personalities?
And I think they're supposed to look like you. That is my personal philosophy that if your dog doesn't look like you, is it the one? I don't
No,
know.
that's not your dog if it doesn't look like you. Give it give it to someone else. No, I'm just kidding.
This is my biological child right here.
I think you do look alike.
I think so too.
I think you really do. He's a
Which is
perfect
like
mix of you and Brett.
you've said you
Uh,
guys would get a dog one day.
I do want to get a dog someday. I think I'm not ready yet, but we're getting there.
It's a big commitment, I tell you what.
I know
It
because I see you and like my friends that have dogs. I'm like, no, it's literally your child. Like, and also traveling, obviously, it just makes it so much harder. But
oh yeah.
we'll see. We'll see. I definitely want a dog someday. I just think I'm not ready yet. Maybe after we get married, maybe there'll be like a small phase before we have kids where we just are like dog parents.
I
I could
said
see that.
that and then I saw a picture of this boy and I was like, fuck, we gotta go get him, huh?
No, you had to. You had
And I
to.
did. Anyway,
You had
he's
no
not on
choice.
drugs yet. But so back to
Oh,
the antidepressant discussion. You were crying on the plane to Wuthering Heights. Sorry, we got so sidetracked.
it was just a really good movie. It was
Was
really, really good. I think you need to see it. And also, my Lexapro hasn't really been working.
no,
So that's
really?
part of it. I just upped my dose. So
Okay.
my psychiatrist told me I could take an extra half pill. So I'm taking like 15 milligrams now instead of 10. So
I
we'll
think
see.
that's quite low still, right?
Yeah, I think 10 is the lowest. So I've been on 10 the whole time. So I'm trying 15 now. But you know what's interesting? I feel like ever since I upped my Wegovy dose, I'm just like more anxious. Also having so much diarrhea. It's actually like right now I
Uh,
could have diarrhea. Pretty much at any moment I could have it.
do you want to tell the people about how you almost did in Soho?
Oh, how I almost shit my pants.
Yeah.
No, really, like my whole life, I've had diarrhea, but not to the point where like I can't hold it in. And I don't know if that means it's not diarrhea if you can hold it in. No, I think
No,
diarrhea,
I think it's
you
a
know,
consistency thing.
it's just so disgusting to talk.
Yay.
Okay, well, it's got normal shit, and I'm not shitting normal right now. But we were shopping in Soho, and I just had it hit me, and it's the Wegovy. I know that it's the Wegovy because I've never in my life had the type of situation where I'm having to run to a bathroom and like pray to God that I make it. And that's what it's been like recently. It happened in LA too, because I was in LA for the last few weeks. Like it's been happening. But trick, if you're in Soho, what hotel did I go to?
Oh,
The
Soho
So
Grand.
the Soho Grand Hotel had a great public restroom in their like lobby on the second floor off to the right. And I was the only one in there. And I sat in that toilet for a good 20 minutes.
And then you came and met us back at Free People, and it was all was well with the world.
And all is well. But I'm at the point now where in public, I don't even like to eat anything. because I don't know if I'm
Really?
gonna
Oh,
be
that's
okay.
not good.
No, I know it's really bad because I'm like so scared that I'm not gonna be near a toilet and there's gonna be an emergency. It's so
So
bad.
the other thing to consider is that the anxiety of it, because like anxiety in general can like cause you to like clench up, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So like if you're anxious about it, which is obviously like hard, if not impossible to not be, because like who wants to shit their pants in public? Like not I.
Totally.
But like it's all like so circular, huh?
It's rough. So we'll see. I think I might actually go down in my Wegovy dose because I've been messaging my doctor for Wegovy and they were like, I think you should actually go back down because if it hasn't resolved itself by now, that's not good. And I was doing
Yeah.
great on 1 milligram, so I might go back
Yeah.
to
I don't think
one.
there's any
We'll
harm
see.
there. Like I really
We'll
don't.
see. Yeah,
Um, yeah, because you just like, especially if you can get through the side effects, like I'm telling you right now, I feel so much better.
I know. And you're like my inspiration. I'm always like, Kelsey made it through. And like, it's so much better now. But it's
She doesn't
just,
shit her pants at all anymore.
I know the irony that like now you don't shit your pants and now I do. One of us has to be shitting our pants at all times.
Fair enough.
So that's what I'm dealing with right now. And again, on the airplane, I was having that issue where I like would eat one little snack and then immediately had to go have diarrhea in the back. Like it's within 10 to 15 minutes after eating. It's like immediate. It's so
Interesting.
insane. And I don't know what's
Mm.
gonna hit and I could eat the same thing one day and it's fine. And then the next day it's like horrible.
Well, yeah, I think go down and yeah, just see what happens. But no, the plane is like
Yeah.
the worst place for that. Do you remember that story of
Oh,
the girl who, or I think it was a TikTok that was super viral, but it was my worst nightmare. I think all of our worst nightmare. She like was so ill. She had like stomach flu, like, and she ended up having to like stay in the bathroom for landing and everything.
yeah, I saw
Which
this.
like they're not gonna let you do that unless it's like the worst situation on this planet. And they had to bring in the hazmat team at the end.
And the flight after hers got like canceled because it was supposed to, they were supposed to be boarding and they had to like clear out the entire flight.
Oh my
It
God.
is so funny. And I think, wasn't she like throwing up and shitting at
Yes.
the same time, which is the worst thing in the entire world, by the way. If you haven't shit and thrown up at the same time, you haven't experienced a form of hell that some of us have been through. It's
I
really
got
bad.
that like that I guess you'd call that like a stomach flu, right?
I guess so.
I got it right after the wedding. Like I got back and I was like, oh no.
Oh my gosh. Wait, did you have it
Hmm.
on your mini moon?
No.
No. Okay, thank God.
Live
Okay,
to
so
tell
it
the
was after
tale.
you made it back.
That sweet, sweet American food entering my bloodstream once more. And
Oh, welcome home. That's so funny.
yay.
What's
Um,
been new with you? We haven't, this is, by the way, everyone, this is our catch up episode because we haven't seen each other in like 3 weeks. So you're all getting to hear what we've been up to.
right. I'm like literally, I feel like I've just been running around like a crazy person, just like work, work, work. And I don't know, I don't
Yeah.
really have anything like actually that's a lie. I went and saw my friend Erin, you know Erin,
Yeah.
fellow bridesmaid and one of my college roommates, and she has two little girls. And so I went down to South Carolina and hung out with them for the weekend. We had so much fun.
So
Um,
cute.
my bribery is working and the girls love me.
You are like, your love language is truly gift giving. And what little girls wouldn't love to get some gifts from you?
I brought them the
Right?
Pretty Pretty Princess game
Did they
because
love it?
they, oh my God, yeah, because they love dress up and they're like a little young for it still, but I mean the rules are so simple. I was like, oh, spin, great, you get a crown, like,
So cute. That was the best game. That's so nostalgic.
and they
So
have like new
cute.
art you can get because I was looking like on Amazon for it, and I was like,
Oh,
fuck the new art, we got to get the 90s special.
nothing beats the 90s game vibe. You got to get the OG. So did you
Yeah,
find it? Do they
I
still
sure
sell
did.
it?
They have both versions on Amazon, and so we did get it, and it was
Thank goodness.
yeah, it was a hit. They had a little parade at their school. They were like in daycare, but it was like they wore special hats that they crafted. Like they did arts and crafts, and it was a hat parade, and they all like all the different age groups, like including babies laying in cribs. They like rolled these cribs around the parking lot, and we all stood there, and I was like tearing up. And you know, I'm not a maternal being. Um,
I know, but once I saw you posting about this, I was like, Does she want to be a mom? Is this gonna like change your mind hanging out with these kids?
No,
Especially the
like
girls. Like
if
being around
anything,
little girls and playing dress up like that is the kind of thing that makes me excited to be a mom someday.
totally. And so I think if anything, it further solidified like I've already got the things going that I want.
Oh, true.
Like that's the fun stuff. I showed them, we watched Cheaper by the Dozen.
I love that movie. That movie truly like stands the test of time. It's still so good.
It was literally perfect still. And then like so their oldest daughter, she was asking questions about like everything in the movie. But in particular, there's the scene where like Nora, the oldest Cheaper by the Dozen kid, gets in trouble because her and she has Ashton Kutcher sleep over at their house.
Yeah.
And Steve Martin's like, hello. And she's like,
It's so
why is she in trouble? And I was like, what do you say? I
Wait, what
don't,
did you say?
I said, she did something her dad told her not to do.
Oh,
And
that was
she's
a good
like,
answer.
what was that? And I said, pretended I couldn't hear her anymore, even though she was like a foot away from me.
And moving
I
on.
was like, that's not my job. That is where I tap out as an aunt. Like,
I do always worry about that when I'm around other people's kids. I'm like, am I going to say something that could like traumatize them or like say something that is like not the correct explanation for something that they need to know about life? You know what I mean?
when like I be cursing, you know, I don't really,
Mm.
so I really have to hold it in. And that's very difficult for me because I'm not usually around children, so I don't have to think about it. And like even at work, we can say bad words at work. So like I really never censor
You're
myself
never
ever.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Did you, when you were younger, were you like scared to say bad words, swear words in front of your parents?
So I had a special type of OCD where I thought bad words and then would tell my mom I thought the bad word and then I put myself in timeout. So that's what I had going on.
Were you
But
like,
no, I wasn't saying them. I was just thinking them and then thinking I was going to go to hell for thinking them and then putting myself in timeout.
I love the bad words that kids think are bad words too. It's like
Oh, totally.
stupid.
But I thought the word but. We
And you're
weren't
like,
allowed to
gotta
say
go time
but.
out.
I don't know what. I think we were supposed to say bottom instead of butt. There was someone that I knew growing up whose parents made them say bucket instead of butt or bottom. They weren't allowed. They had to say bucket. Like my bucket
That's
hurts.
that's crazy. That is a step too
I
far.
don't
Like,
remember who it was. Oh, I hope they don't listen to this because I really don't remember who it was, but it was someone at my school. And because I remember going to their house and my mom being like, remember, you have to say bucket when you're like in their house. And I was like, what the hell is a bucket?
no, it's like, yeah, well, I feel like there were a lot of parents that were stricter than my parents didn't, I don't know. I definitely knew that words were bad. And I was definitely, it was like fully in my own head that I couldn't say them, I think. I actually,
Mm-hmm.
unpopular opinion, if I did for some reason spawn a child, I would let them curse probably.
I think so too. The only reason oh, yeah, it depends the age. If they're little, I think not, right? But it
Oh,
is
it
so
can be
funny
so
sometimes.
funny.
It is so funny. No, you're right. I would just hate for them to go to school and then the teacher be like, oh my God, you have horrible parents that are letting you
And
say
be like,
these things.
wow. No, that's so true. I don't know. I
Oh,
feel like there's so many like things like that. Like I remember there were a lot of parents that wouldn't let their kids watch SpongeBob, and I always thought that was
yeah, we didn't
like a
watch
big one.
SpongeBob because they
That
said stupid or but or whatever. Like my parents were really strict. I remember, I think I was in middle school and we were watching The Little Vampire on like Disney Channel, and my dad made us turn it off because he heard them say stupid or something. And I think I was in like sixth grade.
okay, so like no wonder the OCD got triggered for bad words. You're like, stupid is so bad.
Totally. Oh my gosh. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know what I'll be like. I don't want to be that strict with my kids. Like I want to let them
Yeah.
watch fun shows and whatever. But you're right. I mean, it is kind of hilarious for a 2 year old to be like, what the fuck?
Like it's funny, and then I do think you're supposed to like curb it, right? Like you're supposed to be like, you
Then the
laugh because you
parents
can't
are,
help it.
yeah, but the parents are trying to not laugh and be like, that's a bad word. But you can tell they just want to like crack up.
No,
So funny.
literally.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's
No, I
cute.
don't.
Okay. So you had a fun trip.
I did, and it looked like okay, per usual. So Olivia was back in California, and every time I'm like, she's a goner once more.
I
But
know.
somehow you're back in New York.
I know, but this time I thought I was goner too because
Did
I
you?
stayed in a new area. So I stayed in Manhattan Beach this time and I was literally 2 or 3 blocks from the beach. And it wasn't the kind of beach that I used to live by where you had to like go down a huge incline. Like you just walk straight out onto the sand at this place I stayed. And I was just living my best life. And I walked on the walking path called the Strand that was like next to the beach every day. I got little matchas. I went for my morning walks and I was waking up so early because you can wake up at 6 a.m. there and it's 9 a.m. over here. And I think that I'm like better than everyone because no one's out on the Strand yet. So I was just living my life, lottie dying. And I did a lot of really fun things while I was there. I really missed a lot of my friends, but I did some fun little activities. So I have to cover a few of them, but we don't have to
Mm-hmm.
do all of my stories at once because I want to go back and forth between ours.
Well, I do know that there was one big update.
Yes. Well, okay. I got a tattoo.
Yes.
I got a tattoo and I got my eyebrows nano bladed. Did I tell you that?
Two big updates. Okay, I saw that on your story.
I
And I was like,
know.
we've been talking about this and you like it?
I love it. Okay, so the nano
Oh,
blading actually I was like more nervous for than the tattoo because it's your
yeah.
face. But I have been wearing like no makeup and I feel so much more confident. It's insane. But I used to think like, oh, it's my redness, it's my acne that I'm insecure about. And that's why I like to wear makeup. Now that I have eyebrows on, I don't feel the need to wear makeup every day. It's really crazy. Like I feel more put together. Like I just wake up and feel like my face feels, it just feels done. I don't know
I
how to
mean, you
explain
look
it.
great. They
Thank
look
you.
really good.
They look so good. So I'm in the healing process right now. I've only had them for a week so far. So they're in the stage where they're like, they peel and then I don't know, the pigment comes back through or something. But I got nano-blading, which is like an even more subtle version of microblading from what I've heard. And I found this girl in Manhattan Beach who does this really, really good job at making like a very natural eyebrow. And I went through I went through so many Instagram profiles of people because I was like, I might want to do this while I'm in LA. But then I was also thinking about New York. So I was researching places here too. But this specific girl was like near where I was staying in Manhattan Beach. The price was reasonable for what it is. Like they're
How much is
expensive.
it?
I paid 700, but like the places I looked at here were more like 950 or over 1,000.
That's like not that bad. How long does it last?
I think she said 6 to 12 months, but I
Oh,
might need a
that's not
touch
bad.
up at some point. Yeah. And the thing is, I at first was like, this feels really expensive, but I love it so much already and it's still healing. Like it's peeling and stuff right now, but like I love it in this healing phase. I think it might be something I do forever. I
I
have
mean,
it changed my
yeah.
confidence without makeup. Like the
Oh,
fact that I feel like I can go without makeup and not feel so crazy looking, like that's enough for me to be like, okay, I think this might be worth it.
I do feel like brows are so easy to screw up. And so like having them just be good would be the
Yes.
like so amazing. Cause like I don't know, I'll do my eyebrows like every day. First of all, it's like the my least favorite part of doing my makeup, just because I
Same.
think it's like easy to screw it up. But
Yes,
like
because
some
when you're
days I'm
looking in
like,
the mirror, it's like hard to because I feel like I'll look in the mirror and they look even, and then I take a photo and they're like completely opposite. And I'm like, okay, I don't know what I'm doing.
perfect. No, but then like sometimes I'll be like, what in the 2016 did I just do to my face?
No, same. I can make them way too thick. Like there were just so many, there was a lot of room for error. And I had been drawing them closer and closer together. And I was like, okay, I think we need professional help at this
No,
point.
that's great. When
So I'm loving it.
they look so good. I was concerned about it, but they look
I know
amazing.
everyone, when I had posted a story about it, everyone had messaged me like, don't get it done. Like a lot of people regret it and whatever. But like so far, I'm so obsessed with it and it
Yeah.
looks so natural. And she freehands it. So she doesn't even do any measuring. Like the specific person I went to just goes like freehand based off of what she sees. And I was like nervous about that at first, but I actually think it made it look more natural because they didn't look so perfectly like exactly the same, if that makes sense.
Yes. No, because I think that when they look super drawn on, that's the problem.
I didn't want them to look super drawn on and I didn't want them to be so perfectly like a little perfect angled box. Like I wanted it to feel really like natural strokes. And so there are like some imperfect areas or somewhere like the hair is like slightly outside of the line. And I actually think it makes it look more natural. And the strokes are so, so, so tiny. It did hurt, I will say. It
Did it?
hurt
Like,
really
how
bad.
would you compare it to a tattoo?
Brett just popped in behind
I
you.
know. He's like, oh
Hi,
no, it's
Brett.
happening. And Fig is sprinting around.
That's
Perfect.
okay. I think Mike might have to come in a second too.
Oh, the
Um,
boys are joining us today.
I know I wanted Mike, babe, babe. I don't think he can hear me. He needs to come get his gym clothes because he wants to go to the gym, but he thinks he can't come in the bedroom because we're recording.
Oh, no, just come. We won't even
I know.
know.
I told him to come in. whatever. I'll let him figure it out. Um, but it did hurt, I will say. That was the one thing that really got me. It was
Yeah.
like I would equate it to like little scratches though, but
Oh,
like a baby scratch. I don't know if you've ever been scratched by like a newborn baby's razor sharp nail. It was like that, like
well,
a
and
razor
then
sharp nail scratch.
because like the tattoos you and I have are really tiny.
Really tiny.
Like, so I don't think like they are so quick, I would think, compared to that. Because I would think it would be like a longer process, maybe. And that's part of why it
Yes.
was more
Well,
painful is,
she told me it would be an hour and a half, but what was so funny was like the actual nano-blading part really was like, I mean, under 10 minutes, I would say.
oh,
Like she did
that's
each
not bad.
brow in like 5 minutes, but she took lots of breaks and we did a lot of prep leading up to it where she kind of drew out what she thought she wanted it to be. And like we talked through like how close they should be together. If I wanted an arch, if I preferred a straight brow, like we kind of talked through that vibe. She drew out kind of the boundaries of what she would go in between. And then she just really quickly did one brow, let me look at it. And then she let me take like a really long break in between and we just like chatted and whatever and then she did the other one and then a long break and then she like cleaned them up, sent me off with a little kit and yeah, but these are I think are technically tattoos too, so I was like wow, I got so many tattoos on this
Oh
trip.
my
Every stroke
God.
every
And like,
stroke
does
counts as
each,
a tattoo.
I know, like, does each brow is that its own tattoo? I guess each stroke could be. Who
I
knows?
know. And then the funny part was I also got a tattoo on my arm and I got three little flowers. This was a
They're
separate
so
person, a
cute.
separate day, but it was to represent me and my sisters because the three of us. So I wanted some little like three thing.
Oh,
But everyone was like, why wouldn't you wait to get that tattoo with your sisters? And I had texted them and they were both like, we are so scared of needles. We will never even step foot in a tattoo shop because I can't even like see people going through that. So just get it on your own because we don't even want to go with you,
that's
which is
so
so funny.
funny.
So I was like, you know what? Maybe this is the tattoo I'll get today. But me and my friends had planned for one of the days in LA to get tattoos and piercings. So two of my friends got piercings, and then me and my friend Aaron got tattoos. And I had to think of something. And I truly, it was until the last minute because I couldn't decide what I wanted. And I would maybe say next time I've got to go in with a better plan because I don't know if you should get a tattoo. I actually went up to him and was like, I want to get this bow. I was going to get like a little bow.
Yeah.
And he was like, I can't do that. Or not that he couldn't
Why?
do it, but
Or
he was
he
like,
just like didn't want to?
I don't know if he didn't want to, but he was like, it's not going to be what you want because I wanted like a super fine line tattoo. And he was like, it's going to be darker and thicker than like the picture. And I was like, I don't want a dark, thick bow on my arm.
Right.
And I was like, well, what about this one? And I showed him this picture and he's like, oh, yeah, yeah, that one I can do. And I was like, okay. So
Perfect.
like very last minute did it. And I think next I had like buyer's remorse immediately because I was like, what the hell did I just do? Like I didn't think this through. I
Oh
just like,
no.
but now I really like it actually. I think they're really dainty and cute. And I like
No,
them.
they
They're just
are.
like
They're very dainty.
they're very dainty. The only thing is I'm like, it was a lot to get three at once. And also, do these count as separate tattoos or is this just one tattoo?
That's a good question because there is spacing.
There's spacing. They're all separate. They're not connected at all. So I'm like, do I technically have four tattoos now because I have a little twinkle on this arm?
Well, plus your brows, you're at
And plus
six.
my brow. Yeah, I got like so many tattoos on this trip.
Oh my God, you're like so tatted.
So tatted. I did feel very California though. I don't know why. I was like, I've got no makeup. I've got like good brows. I've got my tattoos. I was like out in the sun. I also bought a couple of like trucker hats that are very like Manhattan Beach type vibe. I was just feeling very California on this trip. So
Okay, so like when you're there and you're having all these good vibes, is there any part of you that's like, no, I just need to go do this again?
what do you mean? Oh, like live
Like,
there again?
mm-hmm.
Yes, 1,000%. Like every time I go, I'm like, oh, I want to move back like so badly. But it's more convincing, Mike.
Yeah,
if
that
you'll go with
is, that's the thing.
that's the thing. So we're talking about it right now. But I have a really big goal of wanting to move back. So we'll see. But we also have a goal of like wanting to buy a house and have a family. And sometimes it's like it might be one or the other because having a house in California is a really,
Yeah.
really, really hard thing to do right now. It's just very, very expensive.
I feel like you even hear about like reality stars, not that they're like, I mean, they have money though, like, but you even hear about them struggling to buy a home. So like,
No, I know.
and I do think that they make quite a bit, especially if they're like influencers on the side, which almost all of them are.
Absolutely. I know. So yeah. I don't know what we're gonna do. We don't have a plan, but I will say every time I visit, I'm like, oh, I just want to live here. Like I feel like the best version of myself when I'm there. I really, really
You
do.
are.
I
I
know. I
mean,
just
I
like
loved seeing you there. Like, obviously, I selfishly want you here,
I know.
but I also
Because I have to do the
like,
pod.
well, but we're doing it virtual right now.
That's true. I could be in LA right
You could be. You could be.
now.
No, but I
Oh,
think like it's just about deciding kind of like, I guess, maybe even timelines of what you're looking for. Because, like, if you want to buy a house in the next couple of years, then yeah, you might need to be saving some pennies.
I know. Well, that's Mike's argument. He was like, why wouldn't we stay here where we basically have like almost no rent? I literally have no rent. He's like, why wouldn't we stay here, save up, and then we can buy a really nice house versus like paying rent in LA to not be able to save as much to not reach our goal of home ownership. So we'll see. I'm always torn though, because then you're
I
kind of
mean, yeah.
sacrificing lifestyle. At least I feel like living here, I'm sacrificing lifestyle.
Yeah. I mean, my mom, so I did a TikTok a couple weeks ago about like the cost of my rent, just because I was like, I know I'm a nosy bitch about that stuff. So, like, other people probably are. And she was like, why are you doing this?
Wait, who said that?
She-
Your mom?
my mother, she was basically like, you could have so much. And like, you think I haven't thought about that? Because like, I do know. And every time I post anything about how much it costs to live in New York, I get like an onslaught of comments that are like, okay, however, my farm in the middle of nowhere is 1 billion acres for $1.35. And I'm like,
Yep.
okay.
And
But I'm
it's
like,
just a different lifestyle. And
and it just is.
I think that's what people don't really think about when they're looking at like the value of a home. It's like, oh my God, why are you buying an 800 square foot house in LA for $2 million? But like people want the weather, they want the lifestyle, they want to be near the beach, the environment. And I think obviously Manhattan is similar to that. Like you're paying for the city and the lifestyle. But I think a lot of people who maybe live in the middle of nowhere just don't, or maybe their lifestyle is like they just love being on a farm and they just don't have a similar vibe that they're
Right.
wanting for their life, which is totally fine.
I mean, for me, like the fact that every single time I'm flying back to New York, like I could be anywhere. I could be in Italy, like one of my favorite places ever. And I'm still just like, so like, oh my gosh, yay, I get to go back to New York. That to me is
Mm,
like says everything.
totally.
And so I'm
Totally.
like, it's worth spending so much money because I was looking at like a 2 bedroom and
Ooh.
I was just like curious what it would take.
Yeah.
Because we have like about a year left on our lease, but I was just like, do I want to do anything else to invest in this place right now, or are we going to be leaving?
Right.
Well, it's not looking so hot because the prices are so effing bad still.
Wait, what areas were you looking in? I'm curious. Are you looking in
Like,
the same area you live now or different neighborhoods?
I was kind of flexible. Like, I mean, there are definitely areas at this point in time because I used to be like anywhere in Manhattan. I remember the first time I ever was looking for an apartment here, I actually went because like I didn't know what I was doing. I didn't have a roommate figured out, but I was like, maybe I'll find one on Facebook after the fact. And so I went to like a random broker and he was like
Mhm.
asking me all these questions like at his office, like, do you care if it's on the first floor? Do you care what area you're in? And I was like, no, everything's fine. Um,
Totally.
which now I'd be like, absolutely not first floor, unless it's the safest building in the entire world, and I don't know that anything is, like
So
in
scary.
Manhattan.
So scary. No, I
And the
totally agree.
bugs.
And the bugs. And I feel like we just know more now. And we probably have higher standards now. We're in our 30s. Like, we're not
Yeah.
doing first floor anymore. Sorry. Unless it's a townhouse.
Right. Right. Correct. Like that's the thing is like we have our apartments like really nice.
Yeah, it is.
And so like there I would move like Upper East or Upper West in a heartbeat, but a lot of the apartments aren't nearly as like modern. Not that I need it to look as modern per se. Like I don't even care about that. But I think like in terms of having like, I don't know, modern appliances and modern kitchen, etc., like renovated.
Yeah. No, I know. It's hard because you live in such a renovated building too
Hmm.
that it's hard to go back. But I will say, I think after living in LA, I had an old apartment and the charm of them. And I think the way you style them can actually make it feel really cute and homey. But
Yeah.
it is hard when you do live somewhere so renovated and so new, it's hard to go back to like the charm. But I think if you're seeing things unstaged, but it's like a really beautiful building with a lot of charm on the Upper East Side, like I bet if it was designed It would be really beautiful. I need you to send me a place you've been thinking of because I want to like
Okay.
Canva mood board it for you and see if we could like style it to make it the vibe that you're
Well,
looking for.
so the problem is that every place that I actually like, 'cause, we're just in dream mode right now. It's
Of
like
course.
$10,000. So,
Oh,
so like it's not happening, I guess is the short of it.
way more than I expect. So it's like double. Like that's pretty crazy.
Yeah, it's like a lot. It's a
And
whole lot.
you'd
Ours
be
right now is
getting
like
less in
six
some ways.
grand.
Okay, yeah. Okay, yeah, yeah.
So, which is still a ton. And then I was like, I thought for like 2 grand more you could get the second bedroom.
Yeah.
No, not really. I mean, like you could again if you give up like a washer dryer or
No,
a
you can't
doorman
give up
or
the
and I'm
washer
like,
dryer.
no,
No.
exactly. I get too many packages to this place. I need a doorman. And
No,
also
you're
I'm like
right.
very used to the safety of it
I agree.
because my little spoiled princess ass has only had a doorman the whole time I've lived here, even though I have lived in a living room and it was not glamorous in that sense. But
I
you
have
best believe
too.
I had a doorman.
No, same. It really does help with just peace of mind, especially being in New York. Like, I was never afraid of sleeping in my apartment by myself because I had a doorman and I lived in a big, like, secure building. There's definitely a lot of peace of mind that goes into it. But it's so hard because, like, yeah, if you got like a fifth floor walk up on the Upper East Side, you could probably have a two-bedroom for what you're paying now. I assume. I
Oh,
could be
for
wrong.
sure. But then that would suck. And then like also so then I get in my head where I'm like, okay, where I live now, I'm by the water, which is amazing. I have like Whole Foods, Target, like all the stores that you would need, like very close walking distance and
Yeah.
like decent shopping that other people don't go to because I live downtown, so like pretty far downtown.
Yeah.
So it's like less popular. Like I have a Zara that feels like a fucking breeze to shop in.
Oh,
When we
yeah.
go to
It's
the
like
one in
never
Soho,
crowded.
I like want to die a little. Um,
No, oh, shopping in Soho, especially during like tourist season
yes.
when everyone's in New York in the spring and summer,
I feel
it's
like
insane.
I always say like if you go to like the Broadway, that's the problem. But if you're more like west, it's okay.
Yeah,
Like, because it's less crowded, but it's like, I don't know. Then like a lot of the more mainstream stores, like if you want to go to Abercrombie or like Nike or Lulu or something,
right.
you gotta go over there. And it's
Yeah,
hell.
totally. No, I know. It's crazy. So you have a lot of advantages to where you're living now, I will say. And
I
I used to
know.
live in a similar area to where Kelsey is, and I loved it down there too. It is just like a little bit quieter, a little more secluded. You get a little bit more bang for your buck in some ways, just considering the amenities and everything that you
Yeah.
get. And like being by the water is so nice and
It
peaceful,
is. They have
especially
like they've got
no,
tulips planted everywhere, like the like massive flocks of tulips, like in every flower bed along Battery Park right now.
so
It is
pretty.
fucking majestic.
And just being in Manhattan, like you don't often get that little like peaceful moment away from being in the city. But I think specifically in like Battery Park, you really get that like you can kind of take yourself out of the city for a second because it's like a little more greener. You get to the water, you get the sunshine. And I feel like especially now it's really popular, like the walks up the West Side Highway. Like that's such a
Hmm.
trendy thing right now. I've seen so many influencers do it. And I'm like, you and I were there back in 2017 doing that.
Yes. No, it's so nice. I love it so much. And like I can walk to Soho in 20 minutes. I can walk to the West Village in like 30. Or if I take a like I can get there on a bus in like 15 minutes. And there's a bus that pulls up right outside of my building. And
Love
like I
it.
literally just sometimes it'll show up like an Uber almost. And I'm like, damn, that was so convenient.
I love that.
It's
I
like
know.
so
It's going
that's
to
why I'm
be
like, okay, it would be
hard.
hard to move uptown.
Oh, I think so. I feel like the Upper East Side sometimes feels so far away. I just think being downtown, you have everything you need. And I am a downtown kind of girl. I do prefer it.
And that's why, but every time I'm up there, I'm like, oh my gosh, this is amazing. This is gorgeous. I love it. I feel so like
It's so
peaceful.
cute,
I do also feel that where I live now, though. So it's like, I think we're probably staying.
at least for another year.
Yeah, we gotta get some real cash money going through here. Because I guess like, I don't know, if you're not used to, so like finance bros in general make a lot of their money. It depends on like what you do, obviously. Like there's so many varieties, but a lot of like the ones that you would think of when you think of like a New York finance bro, they make
Mhm.
a bulk of their money in their bonus
Yeah.
and they never know what that's going to be.
Wow.
Yeah. Well, I guess like they could know if they like contracted it in for like a year or something, but like
Okay.
they could have like guarantees, but it's most of the time you don't know. So
That's
like,
scary because it's
and it
like, how
could
do
be
you plan?
nothing.
Oh my God. Okay. I didn't really know this.
Yeah. So it's like, even if we had like, I'm finance girl. No, I just,
You're buried into it. You're part of it.
yep. But even if he, yeah, had like an amazing year, I'm like, I would probably have to do a lot of convincing because I would be like, the money's there.
Yeah.
It exists. But no,
Yeah.
that's also why he's in charge of the finances because I'd be like, let's just do it.
Yeah. No, I don't blame you. I wonder, could you get something bigger in the same building and not pay a ton more, or would the same building just be
Oh,
astronomical?
it's so first of all, there's like no availability in my building because it's so popular.
Yeah.
And so I like looked because I'm like, okay, would anything possibly be popping up? And I've thought about asking like the leasing office.
Yeah.
And they, yeah, I don't know. They still, it would be a lot. Some of the ones that are like on a lower floor are a little
Okay.
less. I don't know. But there's
Okay.
still like a lot. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what we can do. Maybe I'll have more money then. Maybe we'll manifest more by then.
This podcast blowing up in the next year so that you can move to your dream apartment and I can move to a house in LA.
You want to
That's
know
what we're
what
manifesting.
my dream apartment though? Paige
What is
DeSorbo
it?
has it.
Oh my gosh. Okay, please describe it for the listeners if they
Oh
haven't
my
seen it.
God. So when you were saying like has charm, it was the first place I thought of. So she lives on the Upper West Side in this like very
Oh, I
famous
didn't know
building.
that. Oh,
Hmm.
she's in the Upper West Side. That's so interesting. I didn't picture her as an Upper West Side girl. Okay. But I mean, yes, a beautiful
And it's
apartment.
like got like the crown molding. It has like the chandeliers with like the molding around it, like the gorgeous kitchen. She's got two bedrooms. I think she's got herringbone floors. I love a herringbone floor.
Oh, herringbone floors are so beautiful. It gives kind of like an old school Parisian vibe. And it seems that the ceilings are very, very high in her apartment. Like,
Yes.
I feel like she's got like 20 plus foot ceilings. Like, it looks like a Parisian castle.
And like it's all stunning and just like, oh my gosh, she's got like a ginormous living room. It's insane.
It's
And it's
so
like, I
beautiful.
did look it up. I found it. I found the exact one.
Tell us the
Because
rent. I need to know.
$13,000 a month.
You know what? That's not as bad as I thought.
Well,
Okay, but think about
yeah.
the one you said you toured on the Upper East Side was 10,000 and Paige's is probably way cooler.
Wait, now I'm like questioning myself because what was the number on Summer House? Remember, like Carl and Lindsay were paying an exorbitant amount. And
Oh, I
then
don't
because
remember.
that like clicked for me immediately where I was like, wait, hers is more.
I don't
I think it was
remember.
I think it was 13 though, which is still crazy, but that girl is
No,
raking it in.
she's
Holy
raking it
shit.
in. I feel like 13's not as crazy as I thought. I thought you were going to say like 20 grand a month, which would be
No, it's
insane.
definitely not
But,
that much, but it could be.
and I
Some
guess, you
people
know
in my
what?
building pay that. Isn't that
20?
insane?
You're
Uh-huh.
joking.
Like the
For
penthouse people.
how big is the apartment? Is it like three bedrooms at least? I hope five bedrooms.
Like there's a few, but I think it's like the views have got to be spectacular if I had to guess. And
Can you imagine though? I mean, someday it could be us, I guess, but like that's rent. Like you're not ever getting that money back. You're not going to sell it at some point. Like you're just paying rent.
I know. I
And
like truly I have a hard time like wrapping my head around it a little bit, but I do believe one day
I
one day
believe
I
that.
too will have a nice two bedroom.
Oh, you
That's the
absolutely
dream.
will. But 20 grand, I just can't imagine 20 grand a month going toward rent. Like maybe a mortgage for like an insane mansion, but like, oh no.
I think it's just scary to like lock yourself into that.
I know, right?
But I mean, who knows?
These influencers, I mean, good for Paige. That's really crazy though.
Yeah.
I can't believe that. I was like, 13's not as bad as I thought.
No, I know. It's like
That's really
it
crazy.
is an unbelievable amount. And now I'm like really questioning if that's right. Maybe it was 15. Whatever the amount was that they paid on
No, it's
Summer
insane.
House for Carl and Lindsay, everybody was like, and I feel like maybe theirs was like 11 and hers was 13 because she was particularly snarky about it in her confessional, if I recall.
I don't remember. So was she snarky because she was like, I pay more?
No, it was before she had this apartment. And she was like, oh my God, that's so much money. But granted, her life has like blown up.
It has blown up. Wait, I need your take on her pajama line on Daphne because I'm not the biggest fan. It's underwhelming to me a little bit. And I wish more for it, but I don't know what I want out of it.
I am surprised I haven't bought anything because I feel
Yeah.
like I'm such a fangirl and I I like the look. She actually posted a few things today that were really cute of like some promo shoots she was doing, I think. One of them though, my thought was like, again, this is like why I'm maybe perhaps a problem in general. I like a pajama that very full coverage, preferably a very loud pattern, a button up, if you will, full length sleeves and pants in the summer, even. Um, so, like, she had one that had like one tie across the boobs,
Yep.
and that was it. And I was like, okay, so cute. However, even I have like not big boobs, but I was like, I would feel so exposed.
No, I know. And I know it's
Would
just pajamas, like it's just to wear at home, but something about it's like it's not practical and it's also not cute enough for me to want to spend the money that it is because everything's all like at least over 75 to $100, I want to say, right?
I
And
don't
it's
know.
like a little pricey for what you're getting, I think. Yeah, and it's just not the most it's not my favorite cuts, not my favorite colors, not my favorite. But I love her and I love her
I
fashion. So I'm like,
know.
what can we do here? It's got there's so much room for potential. And she started it off with a cool like bedtime t-shirt. And I'm a big t-shirt girl. I'm wearing one right now. But I still didn't like those either. Like I didn't like the cut of them. They were kind of weird.
I didn't like the shoulder on it, but I know I have like weird things about I don't like a drop shoulder on anything
I know.
because
Yeah.
yeah, I don't know if we talked about it on here or not, but spinal
No.
surgery, I've had it. I had to like work so hard to have good posture. I feel in that I had many surgeries and a lot of pain. So like I don't want to look like I have worse posture than I do with a drop shoulder.
Drop shoulders aren't great. Actually, I got this t-shirt from Free People and it has the best like cut right here. It like cuts up instead of having a seam across the shoulder.
Ah,
And I feel like it's so flattering for a big t-shirt. It's hard to find those. But I think Paige's did have a drop shoulder from what I
it did.
remember. And
Yeah.
not cute, but Paige is the queen of having like the most perfect fitting things. I just feel like it doesn't embody her. Like nothing about the line is giving Paige to me.
I will say the promo shoot I saw today was, I think, some of the cutest stuff I've seen from it.
Okay, I need to look. I haven't seen the new stuff.
Yeah. So I'm like, I mean, I want her to be successful in literally everything she does because I love her. But did you see our girls being Hannah and Paige in Devil Wears Prada 2?
I haven't seen it yet. I'm seeing the movie next week, but I heard that they
Okay.
make a cameo.
It was very, very, very brief. Like if I didn't know, I might not have seen it, but if you know, you'll know. Um, and it like the movie though as a whole, working in media, it hit close to home.
Really? Okay, tell me more.
I don't want to like give away the plot if people haven't seen it, but it's like they stayed very true to what current media culture is,
Okay.
which is like there are a lot of layoffs. The job market is shrinking, which is terrifying. Like I actually had a little talk with myself, which I've never considered, which was like, what would I do if I couldn't do this? Like do journalism.
Oh, wait, what happened in your little talk with yourself? Did you come
Um,
to any conclusions?
no, we got to 0% of any sort of decision. In fact, I just cried. So
I'm sorry. You would be fine. You have so many skills. You have so many transferable skills. And also, you're already an entrepreneur. Like, you have your own business. You have so many other things going. Like, you would be fine.
it
But
was just
it would
like,
just be more heartbreaking because it's your dream. Like, it's what you've
I
worked
know.
for so long.
But like even a lot of the big network shows are shutting down. Like,
Like,
because I growing up, I always wanted to work for E! News. That was my big thing. Like, I wanted to be Ryan Seacrest or Juliana Rancic, and
yeah.
they were like the ones that were super popular. I feel like when I was at the age that I was just like obsessing, and I don't know that well, it is still definitely a thing, but the positions are shrinking like by a lot.
That's so crazy. So, what are there any specific shows that are popular right now that you know are not that are ending?
Yeah, so E! News itself, like a few of their different, I don't know if it's all of E! News entire. I think it might even be.
Oh, all of E News, like E News is just shutting down.
I think so. I haven't watched it in forever. And so that's what tells you like it's maybe not what it once was. And then
Oh, that's sad.
and
That's
then
such
like
a big
Access
part of.
Hollywood is they shut down one of their shows. I think it was Access Daily.
Okay.
I know that Entertainment Tonight had big layoffs. Like they let go somebody that I had worked pretty closely with, or not closely, closely in terms of proximity. She doesn't know I exist, but I think she's so glamorous and cool. And I was literally floored.
I love that.
um, no, we'd be
Oh,
like on the same
okay.
carpet and I'd be like watching her.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. But it's just like weird because but also, okay, so like podcasting was a thing that didn't exist all these years ago. Social media, and to the extent that it is, was a thing that didn't exist. So I really believe that there could be a job for me that I just don't even know is a thing yet.
Absolutely. Oh my gosh. Because, well, I'm curious what you think, but like e-news closing down, do you think it's due to the fact that they didn't lean into like the new media forms? Like they weren't as prevalent on social media. They didn't do like social media type shows, a YouTube show, a podcast. Like, do you feel like there are other avenues that they didn't try, that they almost like weren't modernizing to what media is leaning toward today?
I do think there's like a lack of modernization. I know a lot of them do have podcasts and things like, and
Oh,
they do social and they have strong socials. Like,
and is that all staying? It's just like the TV channel is shutting down? Are you?
oh, the
Oh,
channel exists because E will still have like shows.
oh, okay, okay. So it's e-news, like that specific
Hmm.
that's shutting down. Okay.
Yeah. Or I don't know if it's all of them. I can't remember. I kind of think it is, but then they'll still do like their
Crazy.
red carpet shows. So like but yeah, it's just like it's wild. I don't know. I think I like yeah, it makes me sad because like I do also know a lot of these people personally, so it's like it
Yeah.
impacts them a lot. And then like yeah, I've like watched a lot of people I know get laid off in recent months, years,
Yeah.
and it's so hard to find something new. Like,
It's crazy. Well, I can't speak to it because I'm not in the industry, but I know when Kelsey took me to BravoCon with her to do some assisting, it I didn't realize how small of like an industry it is because you all really knew each other. And it was like one person per team and they're setting up their own cameras. You're doing your own interview prep, you're editing, like you did so much. And it's just, yeah, I was surprised to see how small of an industry it is and how much you have to do on your own. Like these huge brands didn't have big teams
no. And
at
like
all.
that's why I miss the glory days of it. Like, okay, and like Devil Wears Prada was making me think about this too, where like the first movie 20 years ago, that was like even I was thinking about how actually insane it is that that movie made me want to work at a magazine because because it looked like absolute hell, but I was like, it also looks so glamorous. I can't even deal. Um,
No, same.
and like all those movies back then, like 13 going on 30, um,
Yeah.
like How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days, they all had these like really cool, chic media jobs.
No, but you're right. In all of those movies, though, like their job actually sucked.
Yes. Like literally. And also for the record, How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days. Okay. In that movie, she's working for like the fluffiest magazine. And she's like, oh my God, they won't let me talk about politics and like international policy. And it's like, no, Kate Hudson, they're not going to let you do that. Like, read the room. But like I remember I used to like watch all that stuff and I wish that I like was working in the day when magazines were huge and like you could see your stuff in print or like when you were a journalist you
Totally.
would like get to go out and like have a whole crew. Like right now only like the tippity top people get to just be talent.
Wow.
And that
Otherwise,
used to
you're
be
also
like
the videographer,
producer.
yeah,
Yeah.
producer, editor, writer. You're doing everything.
I mean, I
Crazy.
do get to have help sometimes, but like or not sometimes. I get help a lot, but like I definitely do a lot as well.
You do a lot. And I saw it at BravoCon. It's just like it seems that the whole landscape is like that. Like all of the companies that we were set up near on the carpet, like everyone's kind of going solo and they've just got their iPhone or like one camera and it's them and they've got their notes, they've got the microphone, like everyone's doing it themselves. And it maybe it does kind of speak to where the industry is
Yeah.
heading and it's just it's not what it used to be. And it is really sad.
I
I feel like
know.
social media played a big part potentially. Like people are just
Yeah.
consuming
Like
short
you can get all
form.
your news, like your Justin Bieber news that you must know. You can get it right on your Instagram feed.
Right.
And
Right.
like that's, it bodes well that that's kind of what I do. So like at least there's that. But like
Yeah.
I yeah, I don't know. I was watching though, so we're recording this on Tuesday. Last night was the Met Gala. Did you
Yes.
watch?
I didn't watch, but I watched on social media. So again, I'm
See,
part of the problem.
So I watched because I was working for it. So I was like on my couch in sweatpants, like doing my thing. Um, but they like the amount of like production that they still were putting into like their shows. I was like, oh my gosh, it's like the old days a little bit.
I
Which like
love that.
Vogue's live stream was on the like on YouTube. So theirs wasn't like a proper, obviously, like TV thing.
Yeah.
But oh my gosh, sorry, Pig is having zoomies.
He has a zoomie.
I
Please watch the
can't.
video. You want to
I
see him
can't.
running back and forth. Also, I just realized, are those all golf clubs
Yeah.
next to you?
They
I
literally do
love
in our
it.
fucking living room. Oh my
Oh, and there's Brett. Hi,
God.
Brett.
Oh my God.
No.
What
Fig
did
is
he
pooping in
do?
the middle of the floor. Uh, Fig. This is trauma.
Does
Fig.
he
Oh my
usually
God.
do this?
That was insane. He literally just came and stood next to me and shit on the floor.
Oh my
Bringing
God.
it back to why he's going to training. And now he's in
Oh,
my
and he's
lap. Are
gonna
you
sit
fucking...
right on you after he just pooped. That's amazing. Tuck your tail, Fig. Does he
Good
do that a
time.
lot?
Well, no, so he uses puppy pads because he's such a little dude. And he usually goes
Yeah.
on there. So that was crazy.
Fig's like, I know we're recording and I've got to get
He's,
some excitement going on this episode.
it was just off camera, I believe. So he really hit himself well. But wow. I also,
Well,
this is so TMI. Oh my God. Just before we started recording, I'm so glad I noticed because Brett has a friend that's coming over at some point this evening. I was sitting on the couch and I glance over. I'd been there, sitting there literally all day working. I noticed there's a turd on a blanket.
so
And I
is
was
this
like,
common? Is he just pooping around the house
no,
all the
so what
time?
happens is he shits and runs. He doesn't do it
Oh.
outside. Outside he stays in one place. I don't know what's wrong with him. Um, but yeah, so I'm glad I noticed that there was a turd on a blanket. It's in the wash now. If you come to my home, I promise I clean a lot.
Oh my gosh. It's okay. I've never seen a turd there and I've never seen Fig poop there. But you know what? Training will be good. And maybe the Prozac will help. These could be anxiety poops, bringing it back to the beginning. You know,
It could be.
that could be playing a role. Maybe he was a little anxious.
Oh my gosh, Brett, did he found more shit?
Or
Brett,
was it?
I thought he stepped in and I was like, oh no. Um
For how little he is, he's pooping a lot.
yeah, oh my God, this is crazy, you guys. If you've stuck with us until the end here, I'm glad to give you a show. Okay, the last stuff I wanted to say about Met Gala before we end this, because we've been going for so long, was that okay, Blake Lively. I was stunned she showed up.
Shocked.
Shocked, floored. Her dress, I loved it. I know it wasn't like the most thematic, perhaps, but it was a dream.
It's beautiful. It was very you. I actually thought that when I saw it, I was like, this is something Kelsey would love. Something about like the pinks and purples of it. The shape was
Oh
stunning.
my
I
God.
loved how long the train was. Like she looked really good. We can't argue that. I heard she wasn't invited, which is kind
Okay,
of crazy. That could be a lie. I don't know.
I saw that, but no, she was actually personally invited by Anna.
Okay.
And
So that was
so
a
she
rumor.
was at Anna Wintour's table. So like she was the most invited, if you ask me.
Oh, wow.
Um,
Interesting. Okay, okay. So that was wrong. She didn't show up with Ryan. That was the other like
right.
interesting thing that I saw people talking about. But
Well, they finally reached their settlement, her and Justin Baldoni.
what ended up happening? I don't know the
I
end
don't
of it.
I don't know if I didn't like read up on what they decided. It actually might not be public if they settled out of court, which I assume they did. Um,
Oh.
but I was like, I saw her in that dress and I was like, I might be willing to forgive and forget.
You know, I can see that. I'm not a big fan, I gotta say, but she looked beautiful. She really, really did. And I liked her little purse that she had her kids painted
Oh, I
on or
know.
something. I thought
Yeah,
that
so
was
that
really
was the
cute.
thematic part, is like it was art in the sense that her kids drew the art for her Judith Lieber
Really
bag,
cute.
which was really cool.
Really,
But
really
like,
cute.
yeah, I was watching and I was like, maybe I could just forgive and just like never watch that Colleen Hoover movie ever again and just like forget it ever happened. Like,
I low-key really like that movie, by the way. That's such a hot take, but I watch it up until the part where he starts being abusive and it's like a really cute rom-com. My sister got triggered by the abuse parts. Not that she's ever been, but like she was too scared to watch it. And I was like, well, let's just watch up until like he shoves her down the stairs because it's actually really cute until that point. So I've seen that movie up until that point like so many times and it's really
I mean, that's so true.
I hope Brett does okay with the cleaning. I hope he's not too traumatized. And I hope Fig's okay.
I'm glad he got
And
it out now before Brett's friend comes because this is Brett's friend's first time meeting him.
oh,
Um,
well, he's just a baby, you can't blame the boy.
no, he knows better than just shit on the middle of the carpet. Like, thank
Okay,
God we
you're
have a
gonna have
ruggable.
oh yeah. Oh, shout out to Ruggable. When does his training start? Because I feel like the people might want to hear updates if they're thinking of getting a dog or if they have a dog. I'm curious how training goes.
It's on Saturday.
Okay.
So
So we can get an update as soon as next week, potentially.
as soon as next week, we'll see how he does. Little
Amazing.
demon. I swear. He last night, sorry, last thing I'm going to say about my dog before we go. He, because I was working so late for Met Gala, I like did not give him the attention that he deserved. Um, and he'd been sleeping like literally all day. So then at what I would approximate to be 3 o'clock in the morning, he was in the middle of the bed, like on his back, like writhing around, like snorting, like trying to play. And I was like, puppy, it is 3 o'clock in the morning. I was like, you gotta
Oh,
stop. You
he's
gotta
on like
put,
a completely different time zone right now.
but he has so much energy, and it's definitely our fault because we're being bad.
It's not your, don't blame yourself. You're a
No, we
working
should
mother.
take
You're
him
trying your
outside.
best. He's also so scared when I've seen him go outside. But in fairness, I've only really seen him go outside in the like winter when it's so windy, he could literally blow away. And he's just like shaking and shivering. I'm like, this boy needs to be inside. He's too
Well,
little.
he does freak out like that no matter what, but it's also like, the shaking, it really burns calories and exhausts him. So
And then he goes to sleep.
perfect. Um,
Oh, okay. Well,
did you
update
get
us
through
on
all
the
the
training.
updates you wanted?
I have more I'll say for next episode because I have a
Okay.
whole conversation that I think we could talk about. Stay tuned for next episode. We're going to talk about color analysis because I did get my colors done and I want to talk about it, but I feel like it'll take too long. So let's save it for next
No,
week.
I want to hear all about that. Okay.
Okay. We'll
Well,
save it for next week.
okay. Well, goodbye.
Thanks for
I'm
listening,
gonna go
everyone.
deal with my dog. Oh my God.
Bye.
Bye.